you to imagine that you live in a world in which every single one of your actions decides whether or not people live or die. Every action, it doesn't matter how big or how small, it could be as big as putting your friends in a car and driving them across the country, or as small as tying your shoes and deciding what to eat in the morning for breakfast. No, I don't have to imagine this. This is my reality. I have what's called obsessive compulsive disorder, and it's a mental illness that causes me to have uncontrollable, irrational, obsessive thoughts, and that leads to intense fear. And the only way to get rid of this fear is to perform actions, also known as compulsions. And there are a lot of misconceptions, I think, about what OCD is, and I don't think that a lot of people understand how people with OCD behave. I hear my friends and family all of the time saying things like, oh my gosh, I am so OCD. Like, that poster is so crooked, it's bothering me, oh my gosh, I'm so quirky OCD. And cut to me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm also so OCD. I'm late to work every day because I have to check to make sure that my oven is off at least 6 times before I can leave my house, because I am convinced that if I leave the oven that I haven't used in a full calendar year on, that it'll just explode and kill everybody in my apartment complex, and then I'll have to live with the crippling guilt of having killed like 50 people for the rest of my life, which is super heavy and also super irrational. I understand that that's crazy. But OCD isn't rational. It's fear-based and it's fear-driven, and everything in my life is driven by fear. It controls what I wear, who I talk to, where I go, what I eat, how I speak, everything. And I'm choosing to talk about this today because it's a super big part of my life, and for so long it was something that I felt like I had to keep inside and hide from people because I thought it was weird and wrong. But it wasn't until other people were talking about their experiences with OCD that I realized that it was something that I had and needed to get help for. And so I don't want to be reduced to just my mental illness, but I also don't want to be separated from it because it has such a big impact on how I view and navigate the world. And so I'm going to close with a quote that I saw on kicked the podium. I saw on a t-shirt once. And it said, "There's no off switch for OCD. But if there was, I would check it constantly." Thank you.